being kind to the homeless and giving them a place to live and a chance to get out of the elements. We all struggle, but being kind matters. Please don't forget that kindness matters and being good to each other matters. And when they tell you that it's your fault for being poor even though you work several jobs, it's probably a lie. And there's probably something wrong with the world that we live in. A few times that we live in, it's hard. And I picture a world where we didn't all have to live for money. My mama used to say that she'd like to buy an island when they wouldn't allow bad people on it, or mean people. Anyway, I kind of feel like she feels now, and I don't feel welcome even in musician circles, mostly a male-dominated art form, where they tend to yell at each other about an eye for an eye, but in truth, caring about the homeless and being good to each other matters. I would have loved to go to college, but I couldn't. There were many things I wish I could have done in my life, but never got the chance because there were financial obstacles in my way and the basics of life and living day to day. And why can't there be kind to the homeless? I think that we should build houses. 2,000 people need shelter in Oklahoma City. We can't help fund them jobs or transportation or make sure they feel needed and cared about. And nobody here should have to live on the street or beg for money. Haven't we gotten above that as a people? And can we do great things like cure diseases? I work 2 jobs and can barely make it. Now, not to mention that being kind, you don't know why you were going to be put to death. Mentally ill black people that are put to death and the innocent. How about kindness, the right to life? Shouldn't just extend to your fellow man unless he's a threat, and that's another story. The morality seems to be imposed upon others unfairly based on economic status. People say they have the right to hurt you over a chain. It's become popular to boast about being a gang member or a thug, but it ain't pretty. I'm telling you about the right to life. Another thing, an eye for an eye. Is that even right or moral? I mean, someone who's probably crazy doing some bad things to you or your family member, and now you want to hurt them back? How is that right? 2 wrongs don't make a right. And that just seems people who hurt each other are hypocrites. Kind of like the government kills innocent people on death row. They're hypocrites, telling people not to hurt each other and then sacrificing the mentally ill prisoners because it's easier than dealing with social anxiety, mental illness, or poverty. And as far as I can see, people come up with easy solutions to pop off the top with something to say in the face of evil and label evil when it's the face of disease, in the face of poverty, and your fellow neighbor who robbed the corner store for some food one day when he was hungry, and I suggested to the cops that maybe they should help him instead of arresting him. But that's just a thought in society where maybe we should be kind to each other. Be kind to the homeless and show mercy to people, because you would want the same thing to happen to you if you were put in that same situation. Why do we have so many guns? 347 million Americans have guns. Well, guns in America. There are 347 million guns in America. When people have impaired judgment to begin with, cops become impaired in a fight or flight situation. For instance, a kid just died and a cop was afraid and he thought it was a cell phone. He thought the gun was a cell phone. Somewhere in America, impaired judgment. Is it good enough reason to lock guns up for a little bit? Could we just have a week without guns, a gunless cops, and see how that goes? I'm just saying, just 1 week without guns, with cops with no guns. I'm just saying, what about impaired judgment? Just 1 week. Can I just get 1 week apiece? 1 week apiece, 1 week apiece. Can I get 1 week apiece? 1 week apiece, 1 week apiece.